Hello, this is Jumpin' Ricky, and today we're talking about this budget magic find Zerker Barbarian. Notice that I didn't use the word Pitzerker. I'll explain why later. So looking at the skills, the main skill for this setup is Berserk. So you put 1 point to each skill until you get to Berserk and then max it out. For combat masteries, so whatever weapon you use, you max that out. So I'm using an Oath Sword, so that's why I've maxed out Sword Mastery. 1 point to increase stamina, 1 point to increase speed for your movement speed because we're not using Enigma. 1 point to Iron Skin, 1 point to natural resistance. The second important skill is Howl, to isolate the unique and the champion bosses. And now from here it's going to be a balance, so it's up to you. So if you want more damage, you use Shout and Howl synergizes with Berserk. If you want to be more tanky, you put points on battle orders, and then you put 1 point on battle command because plus skills is always useful. For the gear, I'm using an Oath Sword. It's not really hard to find these runes: Shale, Pull, Mal, Loom. Mal being the hardest one to find. For this sword, I think it will be harder for you to find a good ethereal sword. Ethereal is recommended because once you put in all the runes, you get indestructible. So that is what's preferred. I using a Rhyme Shield because of a few reasons. So that is for resistance, obviously magic find, and cannot be frozen. For the rings, I've got a couple of Nagel rings. They're not even the best Nagel rings out there, but they can do. For the amulet, you can choose anything here. So you can use a plus skill amulet, you can use resistance amulet. I chose 32% magic find for this build. For the armor, it's a Scalder's socketed with a perfect topaz. Pretty straightforward. This for magic find. For the helm, gloves, belt, and boots, they're all IK. The synergy is just really good, and the plus bonuses amongst each other helps you with your tankiness and your stats and your kill speed. So attack rating helps you out, and then the boots have magic find as well. For the inventory, you've got Geeds. For magic find, one combat skiller, and then the rest would be masteries and war cries. For me, it's just war cries, and mastery just gives you more bang for your space because you use more skills on those skill trees, and because in combat masteries you only use one berserk, and for masteries you get a plus for your movement speed, your damage for the sword mastery, and then you get resistance. And for the war cry, you increase your damage for howl and shout, and then you increase your tankiness for battle orders. So the reason why I didn't use the Pitzerker name for this one, it's because when you farm the pits, you go out of the outer cloister, and because you don't have if you don't have Enigma, when you follow the path, you've got 50% chance to get to the pit or get to Black Marsh. And by that time I get to the pit, especially if you get lost, I'd probably have done 2 rounds of what I'm gonna do here. So the way to farm this quickly is to go to Pindle and then go to Frigid Highlands and go Eldritch and Shank and then restart. So by the time you get to the pits, you've already done 2 cycles of that. If you get bored, you can immediately go to Travincal. So the idea is to get to the bosses quickly without the need of using teleport, and the way you do that is the boss should be close to the waypoint or the portal, right? So go to Pindle.
A coward's hiding place.
So get your buffs. Just shout to isolate Pindle. And then you swap. I failed to show this, but I'll show you this after we get out of here. Swap and then use find item to TP out. So the reason why I swap, sorry because I failed to show this. The reason why we swap, in the swap we've got Gull Dagger and an Alibaba for the magic find. So if you have a look, so on our main hand we have 392 chance to find magic items, which is really good. But when you do a swap, the magic find goes up to 554, which is up there. So let's go back. So the idea is, on your main hand you attack with Berserk and then you swap it out before you use magic find, right? So now we go to the Frigid Highlands, get the buffs up. Get the normal enemies away, wait for the unique boss, swap, and then find item. So just keep doing that. Now we go to here. Just scare them away. So everyone's our way. Attack, swap, and so one thing with about Howl. So if the enemies close by, they're gonna attack you anyway, right? So just be careful while using Howl. So since I've got time, let's try to go to Trav. Just gonna be a little bit more careful here, so you have to do some kiting with the council. So the normal council members will get howled, but the unique ones would approach you, so you have to be careful. And then as much as you can, you have to clear the other enemies. Howl. If it's clear, swap and then magic find. Do the same thing for the rest. Swap and magic find. Once they've all separated together, that's when you attack one by one. You have to clear that area as much as possible. You can't have everyone attacking you at the same time. Well, isolate the unique boss. Swap and magic find. There's you can go attack the normal monster members.
I need mine.
Anything useful here? Frozen a little bit because we took the swap. Swap in the 40. use that all over. This guy's annoying.
I can't use this one.
Come
Not enough mana.
on. So that's it. We didn't get anything on that run, but that's pretty much the idea. So you, after this, you save and exit and do it all over again. So that's pretty much it. So if you've got any questions about this build, comment down below. Please like and subscribe the channel. I'm just starting it out, and if you like Diablo 2 content on the console, I play primarily on the Nintendo Switch. Please do subscribe and like the channel. Thank you very much.